Welcome, students. In this session, we'll be talking about Indian polity. And in the Indian polity, our first topic is Preamble of the Constitution. First of all, we shall study the contents of the preamble. As you can see, the contents goes like this: We, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to its citizens. So, up to this, we have two components. Number one, we, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India. And the second component is into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. And to secure to its citizens, then we have the third part from this onwards. And to secure what? Justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. We will be explaining all these components in this lecture. So up to now we have three components. First is the popular sovereignty, that's we the people of India. Second is to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and the third is justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And the last part is the Constituent Assembly this 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adapt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So now we'll be talking about all these components one by one. So, as I said, part first is the doctrine of people, that is popular sovereignty. We, the people of India. It means that this preamble has been framed by the people of India through the Constituent Assembly, so this is the source of Indian Constitution. And part second goes like this: is the nature of our state. As we said, the nature of our state is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So this is the second part of our preamble. The nature of our state is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. And the third part is the goals and objectives of our state: to constitute India, as we said here, to secure to its citizens justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So this is the third part of our constitution, that is objective of our state is to achieve what? Justice, socio-economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunities, and number 4 is fraternity among people and unity of nation. And the last part is the date of enactment. Date of enactment is 26th November 1949. On this day, our constitution has been enacted by our Constituent Assembly. So now we'll be talking about all the four components: part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. So first of all, coming to part first, that is doctrine of popular sovereignty, doctrine of people, that this preamble, our constitution, has been framed by the Constituent Assembly. This has been framed by the Constituent Assembly. And who are the members of the Constituent Assembly? Those were the members who were selected by the people of India. They were elected by the people of India. You can say our first parliament members, when our parliament was formed after our independence, all the members of parliament, they were because when the parliament was constituted by the members of the parliament, the first task was to form the constitution. That's why this is known as the Constituent Assembly. So this Constituent Assembly has formed our constitution, it has formed our preamble. And when we say the Constituent Assembly has framed our preamble, which in turn was elected by people. So we can say that this source of Indian constitution is the people of India, that is we the people of India. The reason the word is used we the people of India because the constituent was formed by the constituent assembly, and constituent assembly was in turn the constituent assembly was in turn elected by the people. It was in turn elected by the people. So that's why the first part says we the people of India. The source of Indian constitution is the constituent assembly, that is the people of India. Now the first part is complete. Now we'll be moving to the second part. The second part says that we the people of India have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. It means, it says what is the nature of our state. So the part first says we the people of India, that is the source, and the part second says the nature of our state. Nature means, it means the philosophy of our constitution. It means the questions are being asked, what is the nature of Indian state, or what is the philosophy of Indian constitution. So why does this philosophy come from? It comes from this. It comes from the part second. It comes from the part second of the preamble, that's nature of our state. So what is the nature? Nature is we constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Now part second is very important in terms of the question, because most of the questions are being asked from this section, part second. So one by one we'll be discussing what do you mean by sovereignty, what do you mean by socialist, what do we mean by secular, and what do we mean by democratic republic. So first of all we shall explain these terms. Number one term is the sovereign. What does it sovereign mean? Sovereign means that our country has this capacity. Our country has this capacity to take its own decisions. To take its own decisions. That is, our parliament takes its own decisions. It means both. It means both internal decisions and external decisions. Both the internal decisions and the external decisions, all the decisions are taken by our parliament. It also means that we are not subjected to any external pressure. We are not subjected to any external pressure. It means that we have our own foreign policy. It means that we have our own foreign policy. No country can dictate us what our foreign policy should be. It means that our own external decisions, our internal decisions, we have the capacity to take all the decisions of our country. We are sovereign. Our foreign policy is decided by our parliament. So this is what we mean by sovereignty, or what we mean by being a sovereign state. Now coming to number second part, that is socialist. Number second part is, what do you mean by a socialist country? See, socialism is a part of our philosophy, that is the nature of our state. Socialism is a principle which says that all the resources of the country, which says that all the resources of our country are distributed. These resources are distributed equally between the citizens. Equally between the citizens. All the resources of our country are distributed equally. So the meaning of socialism is the resources of the country are distributed equally between the citizens. You see, for example, we are giving various subsidies. We are giving various subsidies like the food subsidies in rupees 1 or rupees 3. We are giving uh, food grains. We are giving food grains to the poor. This suggests that the philosophy of our constitution is socialism. Is socialism, that is equitable distribution of all resources between the citizens. No single person should control all the resources. Rather, resources are controlled by the state. Rather, by the resources are controlled by the country, and the country ensures that those resources are equally distributed between the citizens. So this explains the socialism. Number third part is the secular. What does secular mean? Secular means that our country doesn't uphold any religion as state religion. Doesn't uphold any religion as we don't have any state religion. Our country our country does not support any particular religion. All religions are are treated as all religions are treated as equal. Our state doesn't fund any particular religion. There is no funding of any particular religion. The country as a whole is neutral. The country as a whole is neutral towards any particular religion. Now, coming to the another part. So till now we have explained what is sovereign, what is socialism, what is secular. Now we'll be talking about democratic republic. See, what does democracy mean? There are two parts. There are two words here. One is democratic and another is republic. First of all, we'll see what is democratic. Democratic means that as citizens we enjoy the universal adult franchise. Everybody who is above 18 years of age has this right to vote. By our voting we elect our MLAs in the state. We elect our MPs for the parliament. These MLAs are present in the state. They elect their chief minister. These MPs they elect the uh, uh, prime minister. So we are a democratic country. We all have this right to vote. We exercise universal adult franchise in our country. We vote, and by our voting we choose by our voting we choose our government. That's why we are a democratic country. Now the second part is republic. What does republic mean? What is the meaning of republic? Republic means that the head of our state. It means that the head of our country. Who is the head of our country? He is the nominal head, that is the president. It says that the head of our country, he is elected through people. Our president is elected by member of parliaments, by MPs. And who elects MPs? MPs are in turn elected by the people. Our MPs are elected by the people. It means that the people indirectly elect our president. This means that republic means that we don't have any hereditary ruler. We don't have any hereditary ruler. We don't have any kingship. We don't have any kingship. That our head is elected by the people, directly or indirectly. Republic means that the constituent head, that is the president, he is indirectly elected by the people. There is one important concept that you need to note, that the concept is that because we are a republic country, the principle of being republic, it allows us to be democratic, because our principle is what? Republic. We believe that our head is not a hereditary king. What does that mean? That means that there should be Democracy, everybody should vote, and after voting, we should elect our MPs or MLAs. Then we shall elect our Prime Minister or Chief Minister. Then they shall in turn elect the MPs, shall in turn elect the president. So this concept explains us we shall not have any hereditary ruler. Because we shall not have any hereditary ruler, then we will be democratic. We will have this right to vote. So this explains the part second of the Indian Constitution, that is what is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. If you are being asked to give the philosophy of the Indian Constitution, you have to explain all these words one by one. That will explain the philosophy of the Indian Constitution. Now we shall be coming to the third part of our lecture, that is the goals and objectives of our state. As you can see, our preamble says that we shall constitute India, we should constitute a society of justice. Justice is in term of social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Because we are a socialist state, there is equitable distribution of resources. There shall be justice there should be the political justice, because we have this right to vote, that will ensure the political justice. After justice, there should be the liberty of thought. One should have this own thoughts. See, somebody is rightist, somebody is leftist, somebody has everybody has different thoughts, different political affiliations. Now that comes under liberty. We should have liberty of expression also, liberty of belief also. Belief, for example, everybody has his own religion or faith or worship. There is no force from the state. That's what do you mean by liberty. And what do you mean by equality? Equality of status and equality of opportunities. Every person will get the equal opportunities to job, to studies, to business. So there are equal opportunities in our country. So by justice, by liberty, by equality, we shall achieve what? We shall achieve fraternity. That is the brotherhood. That is the brotherhood among the people. What does that brotherhood do? There shall be the unity among the citizens of the nation. There should be the unity among the citizens. So this is the part third, which explains the goals or objectives of our state, that is to achieve justice, to give liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, to ensure that there is equality of status and opportunities for all citizens, and by these things we shall achieve the fraternity, that is the brotherhood and unity of nation, brotherhood and unity among all the citizens. And last part of our constitution, last part is this date of enactment. See, the Constituent Assembly, it framed the constitution from 1947 to 1950 to 1949. And in November 1949, on 26th of November, the announcement was made that we have finalized the draft of the constitution, and we give to ourselves this constitution. Now here we say that popular sovereignty is converted into constitutional sovereignty. It means that the people they elected their representatives. So this is the popular sovereignty. They elected their representatives. These representatives formed the Constituent Assembly. This Constituent Assembly formed the constitution, and the date of enactment is 26th of November 1949. So till now we have studied all the four parts of our constitution. We have studied all the four parts of the constitution. We'll be revising them, all of them. Part 1, that is doctrine of people, we the people of India. That's the doctrine of people, we the people of India. And second, nature of our state, that is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Number third is goal and objectives of our state, to achieve justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And number 4 is the date of enactment. Apart from this, we shall have discussion on two more parts. First is preamble part of the constitution? This question may be asked usually, is preamble part of the constitution? So the answer is yes, preamble is the integral part of our constitution, because it was drafted along with the constitution. It was drafted along with the constitution by the constituent assembly. Now, because it was drafted along with the constitution, it is the essential feature, it is the essential part, it is the essential part of our constitution, because as we said that it incorporates the philosophy of our constitution. It incorporates the philosophy of our constitution. So this is a part of our constitution, and the same was upheld, same was supported by the Keshavananda Bharati case, in which the Supreme Court said that the preamble, it is the basic feature of our constitution, it is the essential feature of our constitution. We cannot understand our constitution if we don't understand the preamble. So the answer is preamble is the integral part of our constitution, and it was also supported by Supreme Court in the Keshavananda Bharati case. After this, we shall discuss, can preamble be amended by parliament or not? Can preamble be amended or not? See, anything can be amended by the parliament. Anything can be amended by the amended means anything can be modified. Any part of the constitution can be modified by the parliament. Parliament has this right. Parliament has this authority because parliament has the members who are elected by the people. It means that parliament has the authority to change any part of the constitution. So preamble can be amended. For example, you see the words like socialist, secular, integrity, they were added. These words were added in 1976. You remember the constitution was framed in 1949. It was formed in 1949. It was enacted in 1949. But the words like socialist, secular, and integrity, they were added in 1976. So yes, we will say yes, parliament has this right to amend any part of the constitution. But the Supreme Court in this case, Keshavananda Bharati case, has laid one condition. It has laid only one condition, and this is very important. It has laid the one condition. It has said yes, parliament can modify, can amend the preamble, it can amend the constitution, but the basic feature of our constitution should not be changed. Now the question is, what is this basic feature? What do we mean by basic feature? This is very essential part to be understood. Basic feature means those components. It means those components of our constitution. It means those components of our constitution which form the essence of our constitution. For example, Supreme Court has itself said that preamble is the basic feature of our constitution. That is certain parts have been assigned as the basic feature, as the basic philosophy of the constitution, which cannot be changed by the parliament. So what we can say is that yes, parliament has right to add anything in the preamble or in the constitution. Parliament has this authority, but only one condition is there: the basic philosophy, the basic feature should not be changed. In the coming lectures, we shall be talking more about this basic feature.